Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Double Masters draft as we head in and see what sweet rares we open once more. And it looks like we got some interesting mythics this time. I haven't seen either of these cards in the format before. We got Bitter Blossom and Imperial Seal. Now, I don't think Imperial Seal is that strong in this kind of limited environment. There's not that many, like, huge combos or whatever. Bitter Blossom, though, it's a pretty powerful effect. I wouldn't mind throwing this in just any deck, really. So I think that's a fine pickup, and then I could go with Mole Drifter, Spider Spawning are both quite good. I've been less impressed with Stagger Shock. There just aren't as many important targets that you can kill at 2 toughness as the... Excuse me a moment there. Yeah, there just aren't as many targets at 2 toughness that you care about. So it's still a fine card, but I don't think it's something I would want to first pick. I might go for Spider Spawning, though. This is a really, really strong card, and you can sort of build an archetype around it. And, I mean, Bitter Blossom's just good, so let's grab that. Let's see. Alright, apologies. Slightly distracted, but back on track here. Alright, so we got Bitter Blossom and our Spider Spawning. Okay, well, Graveblade Marauder is good in Spider Spawning decks because they're sort of trying to achieve the same thing. Cold Steel Heart, generally decent. Fixing and Ramp is something you'd like. I think excuse me. I think those are the standouts. The rares in this pack not quite as good. So yeah, and like from the commons and stuff. I mean, Mana Leak's alright, Cryptic Spire's alright, but I don't think either of them are as good as these two. I think Graveblade's good enough that I'm gonna take it over the heart. Good old Gravecrawler. I really wish this card was better in the format. There just aren't very many zombies, unfortunately. It's kind of a shame, really. The ranged assistant is quite good in the spider spawning deck. You usually end up in 3 colors. Obviously, it'd be cool to maybe keep it to 2, make our mana a little bit easier, but that said, I could just take Eye Blight's ending. Just having removal is always good, and this is one of the better ones in the format. It's just a kill spell for 3 mana, so always happy to have that. I think I will take that over the assistant. I would like an assistant, but I'd rather have the Eye Blight's ending. Alright, what do we got here? This pack's a little bit weaker. Rancor can be good. It's sort of nice with Bitter Blossom, I guess. You can just throw it on one of the Bitter Blossom tokens and be quite happy with the results. Of course, Mana Leak. Aether Snipe I've been medium on, so I'm not super impressed with that one. Gnarlback is okay, and then of course we can snap off the Cryptic Spires. The last draft I did, lands were going really aggressively, so maybe I should be taking that here. I don't know if the spider spawning style deck really wants a Rancor as much. We're not really aggressive. We were trying to like get to the late game and overwhelm them with just numbers. So I'm gonna take the spires here. Concordant Crossroads, huh? It's an interesting one. Don't think it's very good for us, but it is interesting. This is a slightly harder one. In that Ground Assault is the best card in the pack, and we could theoretically be red instead of blue, but I feel like that's not gonna happen. I might either take the Changeling or the Seeker Squire. They're both creatures that can fill our graveyard for spider spawning and have some useful effect. I don't mind having just a 2-drop. This card's never impressed me, but it's never been, like, bad either, so I think it's fine. Absent Ascendancy's pretty good. So many Aether Snipes going around here. Winged Coatle's alright. So, don't want an Absent Ascendancy. It'll require me to splash white, potentially. Versus a Winged Coatl, which branches out into blue, which, like I said, I don't mind having. It's like a decent card. I'm going to take the Ascendancy. It's a rare. There's some upside there. I don't know. It may or may not make the cut, but if it does, I think it could be quite strong. Could take Pontiff. Maybe we are in Abzan, I guess. Pontiff hasn't really impressed me that much either, though, to be honest. It is, I suppose, nice with Bitter Blossom and Spider spawning that you can sort of pump your team and get somewhere. Is it better than a Cryptic Spires? I'm not 100% sure, but Let's take it. Having just random creatures to throw in our graveyard is useful. Alright, so here I could take Unearth, I could take Forbidden Alchemy, I could take Strands, I think are the three things that make sense. Unearth's pretty decent. I don't currently have amazing targets. I guess the Graveblade's okay. But if I'm going to be trying to fill my graveyard, then this is a card that can help once you get that done. Okay, Recluse is a really nice one. Definitely happy to throw down a Recluse, trade it off, and it helps with spider spawning, so that's really good. I need to find a way to fill up my graveyard. That's where the Apprentice would have been nice, because currently we don't actually have any way to do that. So, spider spawning definitely gets worse if you can't mill yourself. So I think we're looking for ways to mill ourselves, and we're looking for a bit more fixing at the moment, are the two big things. We'll see how that goes here. So we wait on our next pack. See who's slowing us down. And it looks like the person passing to us maybe. A little bit slow. Alright, what we got? I'm going to take the Spires out of here. I don't care about Tuskarr Captain that much. And even the shit's certainly not that exciting either, so happy to see a bit of fixing. We could still end up with blue in the deck. The white cards right now are decent. I would, again, play them, but blue has a lot of the self-mill, so we might end up having to go into blue anyway. We'll see what kind of cards we get past here. I'll probably take a web. Having one or two of these in case you get the big spider is sort of helpful, and the other cards don't really do much, so I don't mind that. Don't really need random red cards. Okay, we got Dark Steel Plate, a Might of Old Corrosa if I wanted a combat trick. Don't think we're getting there on the Shadowborn Apostles. I'll take the plate. I don't know. I don't think I'm playing any of those cards, so it doesn't really matter too much. And none of these cards do anything. Sure, I'll take a Dragon Arch. Yeah, I'm not sure when you would ever bring this in, but alright, we got our first Shadowborn Apostle. Just need 5 more and a big demon. No problem, right? Ooh, there's a Hostage Taker. Okay. That card's really good. That's better than either of my white cards, so I'm going to be slamming that. And we'll just assume we're blue. And at that point, maybe I take Extract as well. It's both mill and it gives us some value. Could take the Spinner. We do have the one web, so it's not a bad one. Otherwise, it's like another ending, a glow spore, but the glow spore is definitely a cut below the other stuff. I'm definitely thinking Hostage Taker. And then the question is, I think it's between Extract, Arachnus Spinner, and Nightblight Sending are the 3 cards I'm most interested in. And I'm not sure which one's the best. Spinner's pretty good. Extract is good once you have some big stuff. It's a little bit worse before then. Fortunately, we can't unearth a Hostage Taker, but oh well. I think I might just take the ending, even though it, obviously these are uncommon and this one's common. I think it's just powerful enough. I'd rather have the straight up removal. Not too many elves in the set. There are a couple, but this kills most things you care about. Ooh, Assassin's Trophy is another good one. We got Necrotic Ooze. It has all activated abilities of creature cards in all graveyards. A 4-mana 4/3. We also have a Go for the Throat, which I think is just better than Assassin's Trophy, to be honest. Not too many non-creature permanents you care that much about destroying in limited. Yeah, I'd say it's between these two. I don't really see Necrotic Ooze doing that much. We don't have tons of things with activated abilities, so let's just keep taking the nice removal. Feels pretty good. Okay, this is interesting. So I could take Glowspore Shaman. This is a good enabler for all your mill shenanigans. Or I could take Talrand. But I think I want to be creature heavy because I'm trying to do spider spawning stuff. So I'd rather have the Glowspore than Talrand in this particular deck. think that makes sense. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put these white cards in the sideboard for now. We might end up splashing them, but again, a hostage taker is good enough that I would rather play it over both white cards, and then we're likely to pick up a few blue cards here and there. Could think Villainous Wealth. I don't really know that I'm ramping to this, but there are a lot of games that just go for a long time, and if you cast this for a bunch, it's quite good. There's also Hoopu and Allosaur as just good creatures. Hmm. Villainous Wealth is a weird one. Because unless you're ramping really hard, I'm not sure this card's that good. Like, if you cast this for 8 mana, let's say, which is quite a lot, you're looking at 5 cards, they need to be 5 or less, you're probably going to hit like 3 things. It's not even that strong. I think I'd rather just have a 2-drop that can also get me value late in the game. I think that's just more valuable. Take the cheap card that can also serve as an expensive card. Okay, this thing's pretty good, right? When you deck with a zombie, you gain some life, you can exile some things from graveyards. I mean, we're already looking at potentially playing white, and this thing's pretty good. I think I'm going to take it. The alternative is like Balustrade Spy, which is meh. So let's do that. This is interesting. We already have a Hoopu or a Recluse. I think the Recluse, but I could be wrong about that. These are a little bit easier to get, so maybe the Hoopu just because I'm likely to see another Recluse in this draft. I'm not likely to see another one of these. Alright, I think I've convinced myself. Bring to Light, huh? Creature is our sorcery with mana value. Listen, so if I were to play 4-color, this would be 5 mana, search for a 4 CMC or less, and cast it. So I get Hostage Taker or this thing. Could potentially get a removal spell with it. It's not the worst, and the rest of these cards aren't too exciting. I might actually play this. It's a little bit expensive, but, you know, unlike the Imperial Seal we saw earlier, which tutors the thing to the top of your library, this tutors and casts, so if I'm paying 5 mana for Nightblight's Ending when I really need Nightblight's Ending, I'm okay with that. And if I'm paying 5 mana for a Hostage Taker when I really want a Hostage Taker, I'm okay with that too. So I don't think that's too bad. Legion's Initiative. Okay, we got the spinner back. I'm not sure if this is the same spinner or a different spinner, but I will take it. I think it's a different one. I don't remember Legion's Initiative in that original pack. We got one web to play with it. That's pretty good. So what I need now is a lot of fixing and a few more ways to fill our graveyard. We currently just have the glow spore. I have the choice of another glow spore, a recluse, or another spinner. All are pretty good. I did just say I need more ways to fill my graveyard, which this does a pretty good job of. I do like recluse quite a bit as well, but I think I have to take the glow spore here. Okay, I can still take the Necrotic Ooze or a Changeling. Those are the only reasonable choices. I think Stitchwing's okay, I guess, but... So this has activated abilities, so it could have River Hoopu abilities, since we have a few of those. It's already not terrible. It's a 4-mana 4/3. I'm gonna try it. It's alright. Is Supernatural Stamina any good in this deck? I have a Death Toucher. I have these Glow Spores. I guess I have another Death Toucher in this. It's really nice with Hostage Taker. Not a huge fan of Grapple. I'm gonna try the Stamina. We'll see if it gets there. Okay, Quaddle's nice. I think I'll take that over Allosaur, since we're not really ramping that hard. I'd rather just have the cheaper thing. I'm not playing these cards. I don't know, I'll take the Child because it's cool. Ooh, another Winged Quaddle. I don't mind that. And the Stitchwing. Alright, alright. This is actually pretty decent so far. I just really need fixing, and we'll be in good shape. I guess this is an activated ability, so that works from the Necrotic as well. That's kind of cool. Is this an activated ability? I guess it is, but you need a spider for it, so it only sort of works. For Phyrexian Tourney. Not really what we're looking for. Unfortunately, these bounce lands aren't the ones we need. I'd really love to pick one up. Also, there are 5 uncommons in this pack. What the heck? Huh, alright. This is not the greatest pack, to be honest. I might take this. It's a little expensive. It is good. I might have to take Spires. I might take another Hoopu. I don't know that I want a third one all that desperately. These don't really stack that well. You don't really need 2 of them in play. Could take a Recluse this time, though I probably would rather wheel that. I think I will take this, and then I will take a Spires, because we do need fixing pretty badly. Give that a shot. What are we at? We're at 23 playables at the moment. I could happily cut Squire. Let's see. I could cut one of these two. The Unearth, it's okay. It gets me back a bunch of Death Touchers and stuff, so it's not bad. And Supernatural Stamina gets a lot better with a bunch of Death Touchers as well, so kind of like that. So I kind of like the rest of these. I might end up cutting the Varina just because our mana is not looking like it's going to be that hot. So I could cut that, and then now we're on 21 playables here. So that gives us room to add a few things. And the Necrotic could also potentially go. It's not that good. And the Bring to Light, maybe. Especially if I'm cutting the Varina, there's less good targets for it. So I think that's all reasonable. So we got an Extract, we got a Vampire Sovereign, and then more Cryptic Spires. I think those are the reasonable things. Let's try cutting that. That one Extract from Darkness. I have 2 big creatures to hit myself. Then Hostage Taker is a good target as well. Obviously, my opponents might have something. Or I could just have a big flying Siege Rhino, which is kind of nice, honestly. I kind of want more creatures, just because spider spawning, so I'm going to take the Sovereign here. Okay, second Graveblade's not bad. Or Glow Spores that we're going to look to pick up on the wheel, but yeah, I'll take another Graveblade. We have so much Death Touch in this deck now. We have 5 Death Touch creatures. That's quite a few. Yeah, I might cut the Ooze. Still like the Bitter Blossom, even though I don't really have like combos with it or anything. It'd be nice to pick up an equipment or something for them to wear. 2, 3, 4. So this is okay. So I'm still at 21 cards because I keep cutting cards. But I think these are quite good. I really need fixing, so I might be taking Cryptic Spires quite highly. The one in here is already gone, unfortunately. I guess I'll take a pull from tomorrow. Can be quite good late game. The rest of these cards don't do much, so yeah, let's do that. 13 creatures at the moment. The Glimpse is interesting. You can always glimpse yourself for big value, or you can glimpse your opponent if the game's coming down to that. Fervent Alchemy's fine. It's between Glimpse and the Spires. I don't think I need the Glimpse, though it would be nice to have more ways to mill. I don't currently have very many. But I don't know if I'm quite ready for that. Committal of an effect, shall we say. Alright, I'll take Haven this shit. I don't think I'll be running that main deck. We'll see. Cavern of Souls, huh? Is this fixing enough? Probably not. We got birds, elf shamans, spiders, human warriors, snake, human pirate. Yeah, no, I have too many types for that to be any good. I could take Dragmangler. It has some value out of the graveyard. I don't think this is an Experiment 1 deck. This is too many colors I'm not in. I'll take the Mangler. Not sure about that one, though. Is Green Sun Zenith good? Can get some of my cheap 2-drops, but it's not really that impressive. Not amazing, to be honest. Might just take the extract now. No, maybe I was supposed to take that glimpse. Our mana's pretty bad. I really wish I had more Cryptic Spires. I need to start taking those more aggressively. I think the meta's sort of shifted to where people are taking them pretty early. I'll take a Recluse, I guess. Alright, take another Stitchwing. Nobody cares. This is 24, so I do need to cut something. Recluse is definitely... Ooh, I did wield a Shaman. I'm definitely slamming a Shaman here. So at least one Recluse is going to go. I could still not play the Extract. I'm not, like, super in love with the card. I'll take a Sideboard Spell Pierce, I guess. And Forbidden Alchemy. Legionnaire. Alright. Looks like this is our deck. Yeah, our mana's not the greatest, but the Glow Spores help with that a little bit. And yeah, our blue's not that heavy other than the pull from tomorrow, but it's a late game card, so it's kind of okay. Blue black, sure. Maybe I go blue black and blue green. And then I mean, most of my blue sources can be tapped. Maybe I'm alright with that. Not sure. Let's just do a quick sanity check on the sideboard. Necrotic Ooze, Deadly Recluse are both interesting. I don't care about Mangler too much. I don't want to splash anything. So those are the only two I'd be potentially interested in including. Ooze can copy Hoopu, which isn't too exciting. Spinner, which only works if I spider spawn. And that's it. So unless our opponent has a lot of good activated abilities, I don't think it's great. Then Recluse, I think we bring in if we need more defensive tools. Otherwise, we're happy with this. All right. So that's some basics. And like I said, we don't need as many islands because we have so many blue sources off our tap lands here. Let's see if we can do 2 or if we're not going to have enough for that. So we get 13 more lands total. So if I were to go, let's see, looks like black might be a little bit more important. So this would be 8 black, 7 green, 6 blue. Do I go 1 extra green, 1 less blue? I think that might be right, yeah. It's going to be a little hard to cast this pool from tomorrow. Maybe I shouldn't be playing this card. But it is a really good late game card. I think I'll keep it in, then I might side it out in faster matchups, which isn't too many in this format, honestly. Alright, well, I think that's our deck. It's a little more streamlined than our last one. I don't know if it's necessarily better, but I don't think it's too bad. So, I'll see you in round number 1. Alright, welcome back, everybody, for round number 1. Unfortunately, our first hand looks like a mulligan. Can't really keep a one-lander. Alright, it's better. Getting rid of one of these 2 cards. Probably the Quaddle. We have enough defensive tools that I don't need this, and the Hostage Taker could end up being quite good later. So that's fine. Our opponent started on 7, but we are on the draw, so that makes up for the mulligan just a little bit. And, well, we have a pretty clear curve here. We gotta go for the throat, deal with anything too dangerous. Hardened Scales, huh? Alright. Could be annoying. Oh, drawing the web is never good. Generally don't want that card in your hand. You want it in your library, but it's alright. Bondkin, okay. So they get to put double counters on their Bondkin. I don't see any reason to kill that right away. I can let them outlast and then kill it later. I can also steal it at some point. If I draw blue mana, which of course is not a guarantee by any stretch. Alright. And it does make it big. Hardened Scales plus Outlast is a thing. Into Rancor, okay. Stuff is happening. I suppose I should kill this while they're tapped out. Need to get their Rancor back, but that's alright. Probably isn't going to be too strong with them having hardened scales in their deck. That means they have lots of ways to pump their creatures. But we have at least slowed them down a little bit. And if we can draw an island at some point, then these things are going to come online and be good. As long as they don't have first strike, the Hoopoe's still a decent defensive tool here. Oh, they just have nothing? Okay. Went to that. And Magic Online might have frozen. Always a good time. Alright, we got our blue source. That's good. I don't think there's any reason to attack here with that much open mana. Things could go wrong, and the 1 damage probably won't matter too much, so just chill. I don't know what they could have. I mean, Resto Angel, if they block this, I'm more than happy, so. Not really sure, but. Okay. They have a Rhino, and. Given that they didn't play it last turn, there's a chance they were waiting for a God's Willing. Okay. I don't think I'm going to try to hostage take it yet. I'm going to attack with my Graveblade and see what they do. Obviously, it only does 1 damage right now, but that's fine. Let's get the Hoopoe out there. Oh, alright, I have to play green. Undo, play green. Still have a blocker back. We'll see how they react here. If they attack, I'm obviously blocking. They'll probably have a God's Willing or something, or some way to give it first strike. And I mean, it is unfortunate that they get to cycle off of this thing, but I'm a little worried. I'm too worried about a God's Willing to just do this, I think. Right, I guess I knew about the Rancor, which is maybe a reason to just kind of go for it here, but... Two Rancors, okay. Okay, so even if I remove that with Hostage Taker, they still get to get that back. Alright, well, let's see what they have here. Oh, they just have nothing? If they have nothing, I'm kind of okay here. They have a lot of cards in hand, but... Steed Rider, alright. They are still keeping up a single white every turn, which is really, really suspicious here. I swear, can't dagger block at the beginning. Yeah. So that doesn't really work. Let's go ahead and attack again. No reason to attack with the Hoopoe here, I don't think. He's doing something. Oh, man. I mean, the problem is they're never going to tap out of this, right? They have enough lands that they just won't do it. So I think I just hostage take now, and they'll probably be able to stop it, but I got to kind of go for it here. Oh, okay. Well, if they can't stop it, then that's even better for me. Would be nice to have the mana to just play the thing right away, but... Bugler, sure. That I can live with. Oh, they missed with it. That's exciting. Okay, we know they have 2 Rancors in hand, So that's fine. So they have one Rancor, one Unknown. Second Marauder, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I go Marauder plus Wingsteed. 2, 3. And then do I want to attack with this one? I don't think so. It's not really any reason to give them this trade right now. I should have attacked in the air, though. Whoops, that was just my mistake. Missed 1 damage. Yeah, more Rancors, of course. I'll have one of my Grave Blades block here. The Rancors are annoying. It's just any creature they play becomes an instant threat, but what can you do? It's a Chronicler of Heroes, sure. At least didn't draw them a card. Okay, and they just have the 2 Rancors left. Alright. I don't know why they're keeping one back, but it's all good. Ooh, and an Earth is nice here. I think I attack in the air and with the Graveblade, and then I unearth the other Graveblade. And I still have enough to draw a card with the Hoopoe, so that all feels nice. Okay, they're going to block. Let's get one of those guys back. And I think I just do this now. There's not really a ton of reason to wait because I could draw a tap land that I want to play. Okay, I drew an untapped land. I'll still play it. Okay, I have this as a temporary way to get a creature out of the way, so that's something. And our opponent's conceded. Okay. I guess they didn't have any creatures left. So Hardened Scales, Bondkin, alright, they're trying to like build up a mega creature. See if we have any good sideboard options against that sort of thing. More Death Touches feels like it has to be good. I don't know, you bounce, unfortunately. Don't think Necrotic Ooze does much. Darksteel Plate's kind of cute. If I can put this on a Death Toucher, like, how are they ever getting past that? I have a million Death Touchers in the deck. It's really expensive, but it's kind of interesting. What can I cut here? The removal's still good. 1 second. Alright, let's see. So the removal's still good. The flyers are obviously good. I really don't like this Arachnus Web if they're going to be pumping their creatures a bunch, at which point maybe I cut the spinner too and I just do this. It's a little bit ambitious, but let's give it a shot. Just try and stonewall them with a Darksteel Plate Marauder or something. Well, I drew my Darksteel Plate. Time to find out if that's a good thing. I think I keep this. It's got enough going on here. Run a mulligan. That has to be decent for us. Experiment 1. Alright. They're going to be off to a potentially fast start here. We're going to need to draw some lands, of course. But it's always a danger when you keep a 2-lander. Okay. I like it if they have nothing. Presumably if they had a creature, they would have cast it to get their evolve going. Oh, they had a 1/1 creature. Okay, well, that's fine. Alright, well, let's play the Recluse. Currently blocks their board. Gonna need a land soon. Alright, here comes something. Green Suns for 2. Okay. To another experiment 1. Alright. Can live with that. Yeah, I'm definitely not blocking because that'll evolve both experiments. So we'll just be taking 1 for a bit. Okay, land's good. Unfortunately, I can't play the Coatls still. I guess I just slammed the plate. It looks really silly, but here we are. He's not attacking. There's the Rhino. There's some evolves happening. Gonna be taking a lot of damage. I think I unfortunately have to just take it. Alright, land's really good, because that means I can kill the Rhino and then equip the plate. So now we have an indestructible Death Toucher to block with. I am down to 13. Bit of a problem. Okay, Winged Steed Rider's fine since we do have reach. Okay, I'll keep taking one for now. More Eye Blights ending. I mean, I just have to sit on those and cast them in a moment here. Might try to kill an experiment one and block the boar, maybe. They're not a one card. Sure. Let's see if this works first, and then I'll block if it does. Alright. Okay. Island's a really good draw. I get to just keep passing here because we have everything instant speed. And yeah, hoping that this combo wins the game for us. They're flooding out. That's really nice. Is everybody coming in? Nope. Alright, well, I'll make more death touching things here. Okay, there's spiders spawning. I currently have 0 creatures in the graveyard. That's okay, we have time. I'm not in a hurry. I could try and transfer the plate, but these are pretty much the same creatures, so there's not a ton of reason to do that. Alright, let's play more coatls. I feel like we're better at top decking than our opponent, especially with the incredible defenses we've set up here. I might cycle that. For now, I'll just sit on it. Because I could use it to get one of these creatures back if they die somehow. But drawing extra island would be nice here, obviously, for the pool. Our opponent's flooding pretty hard. Yeah, let's just cycle this. That's fine. The Graveblade Marauder, okay. Oh, Sovereign's nice. That can start attacking and winning the game for us here. Alright, this Darksteel Plate may have been a good sideboard option. Ambuscade, targeting it. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Guess we won't be doing that. Maybe I should start attacking with like one Coatl, but it's so slow. Relief Captain, yeah, that's fine. This is why we have a million Death Touchers, so that we can just trade with this stuff without worrying about it. I can still have just no attacks, because we have a wall of Death Touch. Oh, the Hoopoe's nice. I guess I can play both here. I don't think I need to get that going. So let's go Hoopoe plus Marauder. I can start getting some card advantage off the Hoopoe. I can potentially start equipping the Darksteel Plate to the Marauder and attacking with it, then equipping it back. Got some options here. See what our opponent's up to. I need something pretty big to go over the top of what I'm doing. Okay, that costs 6. Could be big. Green Suns for 5. Okay. This is going to be like, what's it called? The Centaur guy? Centaur Battle Master, maybe? They have something better than that. Ah, okay, they went for trample. That makes sense. I'm gonna have to kill that. Second Hoopu. Again, not that good in multiples, but I doubt they have a Wrath in their deck. But I guess I might be better off just looking to draw a card here. Yeah, I think I just pass and I'll either activate Hoopu or use the Eyeblaze ending, depending on what they're doing. Then maybe I should just kill this now, just because it is so dangerous to have them have trample. Yeah, that's probably just correct. Just kill this thing. Not just play the other bird, why not? Just use my mana efficiently. Stop a spider spawning if something really bad happens. Can start drawing off the Hoopus. It's going to be a slow game, but I feel like we're in pretty good shape. I don't know. Maybe this wasn't even that scary because I'm going to start gaining life, but it feels like it could be dangerous, so why even bother? And God's Willing, we haven't seen a God's Willing out of them, but there's definitely a chance they're playing one, so I don't need to be running into that. Okay, land's a great draw. Just gonna keep passing, drawing cards, and eventually I can start equipping the Graveblade. And doing this sort of back and forth thing here. But I would like to have more mana before I do that. Okay, First Strike is also potentially annoying. Doesn't deal with Indestructible quite as well, but... ooh, that's... Unless they have a way to destroy this Dark Steel Plate, that's not really going to work very well for them. Yeah. All right. Well, we win off the back of Dark Steel Plate. Didn't think I'd be signing this card in, but there we are. Turns out it's good with a bunch of Death Touchers and a deck that doesn't have great removal. So that's round number 1. I'll see you in round number 2 in just a minute. Alrighty, here we are for round number 2. We get to be on the play and have a pretty good hand. Let's keep that. Slam our Glow Spore on 2 here. Have all our colors. It's pretty good. They only have the 1 green, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So yeah, we'll probably curve Glow Spore into maybe Hoopu with a tap land. We'll see exactly what our opponent does here. All right. Nothing crazy so far. Let's get the Glow Spore out there. Maybe we get a little bit of damage in. Okay, build that. Do I want to put this on top? I don't think so. We're okay on mana here. What you got? Alright, well, we get to block their haste there if they attack with it. That's pretty good. Glowspore Shaman, you did your job. I appreciate it. I kind of want to keep up the Quaddle now, seeing they have a bunch of hasters. Well, I mean, they played a haster. I guess it doesn't mean they have a bunch, but we have enough untapped lands that I think I'm happy to just do this. And again, the Hoopa doesn't really do much until you get a bit more mana. So just having the option here is good. Spend our mana efficiently. We'll have a chance to play this tap land later. Yeah. Go ahead and trade with that one as well. Looks like our opponent's pretty aggressive. They have a way to save it? Ah, they have God's Willing. Okay. It's annoying. They get extra scries out of it. They get the counter. We need to draw something fairly decent here soon. For now, we're just going to hoopoo it up. These aggro decks are really scary. I think they're some of the better decks in the format. They're just hard to put together. So hoopoo dying. I'm probably blocking the Swift Spear. I don't think I'm going to have time to mess around with this too much. So if they have a trick here, they have a trick here. I'm okay with it. Martial Glory. It's pretty obnoxious. Down to 16. That thing's a 4-4 now. And we're flooding pretty hard. Maybe I needed the extra card draw, but we'll see. Obviously, if we draw Spider spawning, it's pretty good. There's 4 creatures in there already. But I did want to clear the combat trick before the Sovereign hits the table so that this can maybe try and block the Swift Spear. Oof. The fact they're still attacking with the Swift Spear is really scary. I have to block. I can't just let them get through unanswered here. Especially since we don't really have anything. Okay, well that's at least a trade, so... Oh no, it's not. Because of prowess. Well, that makes it worse. Alright. Anything? Oof. Not great timing on that stamina. Okay, I think we lose now. Fun's got a very good aggro deck. That's an annoying thing for them to get as well. He 8 this turn. That's quite a lot. Okay. Apparently I'm taking more. Down to 3. Draw Bitter Blossom. Alright, well. That was rough. Our opponent's very aggressive. Let's see what we can do about that. I think I once again bring in the Recluse just so we have more early defense. Maybe even the Squire. Just like having bodies to get in the way is sort of good. Let's see here. I think I once again cut the Arachnus Web Spinner stuff. They're going to be pumping the creatures. And I don't think I'm going to have time to mess around with plate. Yeah, I think I just bring the extra 2 drops. Spell Pierce is interesting as well. I cut something slow like one of these cards. For a Spell Pierce, I could see that being good. Alright, yeah, let's submit that. Alright, we're back. We're going to be on the play, of course. Yeah, this looks fine. Certainly not incredible, but... I get to play the early Recluse, have the Spell Pierce and go for the throat. It's all useful stuff, and then we have the Spider spawning to try and clean up the end. Banneret, okay. Let's... I think I just play this. I probably will just block here. If they come in. They have to spend their mana to trade with me, that's okay. Swift Spear, sure. Suspend Gargadon, interesting. Okay. Do you have any white mana yet? Just gonna pass here, keep up, go for the throat. See what they do. Gargadon's interesting. If they go for like pump and attack, I can kill this thing, which is really good. They do nothing. I just pass. I want to try and kill something right now. I think I'm okay. Keep playing lands and passing. I don't have to do anything yet. Of course, the Gargadon's eventually coming, but we got a while on that. I'll find a kill spell for it. Okay. I imagine they're going to have something now. Sure. Let's just kill that, I think, over the Mentor. Or the Swift Spear, excuse me. And there's the God's Willing. And here comes the Spell Pierce. Okay. And now I will just block the attack. Alright, well that didn't go too badly. Hoopu's maybe not the greatest draw, but it's okay. And then we have the Symbiont coming if we draw more lands. Okay, our opponent's flooded. That's good. Land? Creature. Okay, well, that's good. I might as well attack. Would I block with... If they play their 2/2 haste, I might block with this thing. But I'm at 20. I should just attack, I think. I know it's just 1 damage, but still, it matters. Or it could, anyway. They discard a Spark Mage's Gambit. Okay. Not too scary, that one. I mean, they could sack all their lands and play a Gargadon, but I don't think that's quite where they want to be at. But who knows? Okay, that's what's happening. I mean, we'll see what they have for their 5 mana. Armageddon yourself is a pretty big step, I would say. A hyena, brown it. That is annoying. And play land, alright. I'm probably supposed to chump. I'm not really racing this thing. I think we'll just have to feed a few creatures into the meat grinder here and then spider spawn our way to victory. Yeah, should have mana for everything here. So let's glow spore. Hopefully mill a few creatures. We did not. I don't really want lands. Just use this. Another Hoopu, interesting. Um, I'll just keep this back. It's fine. I think maybe I take this hit. Sure. I'll take 13. I don't know, maybe that was dangerous, but here we are. So many creatures I have in the graveyard currently. 2. It's not very many. Let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Draw land. That's not really what I wanted to see. Play another Hoopu. Attack with this. Chump with one of these guys. This is annoying. The Hinambra makes this quite a bit harder. Because I can't just draw into a single removal spell. Swift Spear, sure. That I can live with. Drawing more lands, I'm not sure I can live with. 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, okay. That's pretty brutal. 3, 6. Yeah, I can do this twice next turn. Yeesh. I think I just pass. I have to chump the Gargadon with the Glow Spore. God. Am I supposed to block this Swift Spear or not? This thing is getting 5 spider spawning tokens doesn't actually win the game for me on its own. Guess I just let the Swift Spear through. It's only 1 damage. I need this Hoopu in play. Squire, I mean, that can trump block. It's not the worst. Should I play it first? Let's explore work again. It's a land you put into your hand, otherwise you get a counter and you can put it back. I should draw first, I think. 1, 2, 5. Okay. It's not actually work against first strike, I suppose. But it's not the worst. I can block the Monastery Swift Spear with it. 1, 2. Let's explore. I get a Glow Spore Shaman. I will put that on top. And then I will attack with Hoopu. I have to try and make this spider spawning good enough, basically. Let's see what they have. Let's play the Quaddle. And go for these blocks. I have 6 creatures now. It's starting to get pretty good. And I know there's a shaman coming. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw. Okay, double Glow Spore is nice. Yeah, I can afford to mill myself, and then I'll start going for the spider spawnings here. Mill 3, don't return anything. Mill 3. And I have 10 creatures. Okay, that should be enough. So I'm actually gonna, let's see, 3, 8. I have 11 mana. So yeah, that way I can do it both in 1 turn. So let's put the forest on top. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Because if they have a God's Willing, they can just go pro green, so that protects them from everything. So I might as well attack. But we're at a high enough life total that it shouldn't be too much of a big deal if they do that. Jump here, and then we go double spider spawning, and that should clean the game up. Five. All right. Whew, managed to get through that one. It's quite an annoying combination, but we were able to just feed enough creatures into that to survive. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to change up here? I don't think Elumbra is quite it. Ooze, no. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I just want a 3-mana 3/3. Scavenge isn't too relevant, but maybe it's just better than a 6-drop. Because 6-drops are so hard to get to. I just want cheap stuff. Gotta really just slim the deck down here. I run the draw this time, which is gonna make things quite a bit harder. It's a good hand, though. Some blockers, some removal. Our opponent's mulliganing. That's pretty nice. Hopefully not have too crazy of a start. Okay, no Swift Spear is good. Lead on Forest. And depending on what they play, we'll play one of our 2-drops here. Of course, 10th District. Oh, Stamina's nice. Which one would I rather have Stamina for? Probably the Recluse. So let's go with this. They'll probably be able to combat trick their way out of it, but that's fine. Okay, just all the Legionnaires, sure. Alright, well, I'll definitely block one. Oh, no attacks. That's interesting. Let's go Island, Recluse. Now we have Supernatural Stamina online, which I like. Very interesting, didn't attack there. Of course, I go for both blocks. They're going to have some sort of crazy thing here. This Martial Glory only saves one, so that's fine. Okay, so let's see. They get their scry off. They get their other scry off. That one gets a bunch of power. That one gets a bunch of toughness. So +2 doesn't quite kill that one. So this is always surviving. This is always dying. I think I stamina the spider here. Hopefully you don't have anything in response to that. Alright, that didn't go too badly. Graveblade. If they had a God's Willing, they probably would have cast it, right? So I don't think they have that. So this should be good enough. So I'll just play my Graveblade. Because I can start getting in for some damage, potentially. Still gonna block with Recluse if they attack. Okay, no attack is good. Land is a fine draw. I think I attack with the Graveblade. If they have something, I have the Eye Blights. If they have nothing, they take a bunch of damage, so that's pretty good. And I do want to keep this up now that I'm able to, so I'll play the untapped land. Just do this. What's this? Lightning Helix. Well, that's unfortunate. Uh, yeah, I guess that's fine. I'll upkeep kill that, I think. Alright, well, if they have nothing, I'm in pretty good shape. Might as well attack with both. Oh, they've conceded. Alright. Managed to beat the aggro deck. I thought they had a really strong deck there, but we managed to just slim down enough that it worked out. Alright. Well, we're on to the finals once more. That's exciting. I'll see you there. Alright, here we are for the finals. I'd forgotten we had Bitter Blossom in our deck. I'll definitely be keeping this hand and slamming that. Should be fun. Our opponent mulliganed. Good news for us. We're on the draw, unfortunately, but this hand looks like it can be off to a pretty quick start, so I'm not too worried. Most decks in this format are slow, so should be fine. Swamp. This might be a situation where Glowspore actually gets slammed. Let's see. Alright, I'm a little concerned about Mana Leak, but I think I just slammed the Bitter Blossom anyway. Okay, cool. Didn't have anything. Ooh, the natural, huh? Mentor. Well, I'll be killing that one. It's a little bit too scary to let sit around here. Sealed the Bitter Blossom. I'll play a Swamp and just kill that right away. Pass. Get our Glowspore going next turn. That might give us an unearth target as well. Oh, there's a blue land. Alright, let's start by attacking. Hopefully I don't have a Resto Angel. Alright, then we'll go Glowspore. I do want to unearth one of those. I just have to figure out which one. Probably just a Hoopu makes sense. Alright, there we go. See what they have here. Winged Coatl, sure. That one doesn't scare me too much. Chancery is good, but it's probably not quite enough. Okay, there's our spider spawning. Play my land. Attack with these fairies. No real reason to attack with the glow spore. And then we'll just draw with the Hoopu here. I already played a land, so I don't need to do it main phase. Might as well keep them on their toes a little bit. Currently have 2 creatures for spawning. Okay, they have a lot of mana. Could play something big here. Domesticate that. Alright, well, I'll draw a card in response. But sure, I guess. Oh, every time this freaking web. Well, stops activated abilities, so I have to play it here, I think, over playing the spinner. The alternative is to make this get to 4 power, but I don't really have a way to do that, so yeah, I'll just web it. Keep attacking with the fairy squad. pretty good. Yeah, it's Bitter Blossom might win as the game. We'll see what they have. Nice thing is these have the same sort of end condition. So they can't get rid of the web without also getting rid of domestication. Make another fairy. Oh, supernatural stamina is interesting. I think for now I just attack with all the fairies. And then play my big spider. I mean, they're dying pretty quickly to the fairy squads, so they need to come up with something pretty good here soon. Ambuscate that. Well, sure wish I had a black mana right now. I don't have another web to search for, so sure. All right. Annoying, but not ultimately that big of a deal. These fairies are how we're currently winning the game. See what they can do about that. Witness for Mentor? Ambuscade? Obviously, if you ever draw another blue mana, this is insane. Yeah, sure, you have a Mentor trigger. That's fine. You're getting another Mentor. But I feel like it's going to be too slow. They're dead in a few turns, these rogues. So. Alright. Eye Blight's ending. Probably useful at some point. For time being, all these cards attack. Okay. Bant Charm one of my tokens. Sure. If they're spending a Bant Charm on a token, I'm A-okay. I guess I don't have lethal with stamina now, which is slightly annoying, but it's okay. I'm not going to use the Eye Blight ending, I don't think. I don't really care about Mentor the Meek value. I just want to stop any like big reach blockers, anything like that. This is not going to be a value game with their life total at 7. Suppose this would be one matchup where Stagger Shock is actually very good. Rejuvenator, sure. You've got loads of cards, but will it be enough? Let's just always yield to Mentor triggers. I'll trade with a Mentor. I won't trade with a Witness. I don't really care about Witness too much. More Eye Blight endings. Okay. All of these attack. Just keep up a bunch of mana. With double Eye Blight ending, I'm not too worried about anything they might do. And these fairies should kill them here. See if they have anything. Master Biomancer. Okay. It's pretty good. Not sure it's enough here, but it's pretty good. Sort of turns off the mentors in a way. Alright, they didn't have anything, and we win. Good job, Bitter Blossom. Nice first pick. So they're trying to go off with Mentor and like Witness value. Alright. So I think for once we don't want to bring in our extra Recluse here. It's going to be a bit of a value game. I have any extra removal to bring in. So that doesn't help. So I think we're just set up as we are. Could bring in a random flyer, but nah. I think we're okay. We just got to try and kill the mentors before they get out of hand. Which I do have a few ways to do that. Alright, this one's not too keepable. Let's mulligan that. Ay, ay, ay. I get a 5, or do I hope this develops into something? On the draw, presumably, yeah. Oof. I think I keep this. I'm not happy about it, but I just really don't like going to 5 cards. I'd rather try and get lucky with this 6 than try and get lucky with 5. Because if we draw a black source, like we're off the races a little bit here. Okay, an island's not the worst draw. It's not really the best, though. Alright, opponent's thinking. Maybe they have a mana leak in hand. They're debating a tap land versus untap land. Or they just went to get their pizza. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, they went with a tap land. Swamp one time? Ho, 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 ho. Better lucky than good, I say. We're still not quite out of it yet, but that's a really nice, obviously a really great draw there. Okay, well, they got their mentor. So we'll see who can get better value here. Ooh, Quaddle could be nice if they attack. This hand's developed really, really nicely. I really don't deserve this. I hope they attack. That would be really nice for me. Yeah. Hello, Quaddle. Great trade. Okay, there's the Rhino. Fine. Okay. Well, I will need to stop drawing lands eventually, but got a little bit before that becomes a major problem. Though the Rhino is putting on some pressure here. He does not have too much crazy follow-up. Okay, Recluse sort of stops our attacks, but it's not too much of a threat at least. Okay. So I'm sort of happy to see these because they don't really threaten me. They're just... yeah. I mean, that's really it. And then we'll get our Symbiont down and have a really nice big block for the Rhino, and hopefully I'll have some crazy combat trick next turn. Right on a 9 with a Bitter Blossom in play, so have to watch out for that. The Hoopoos, if we draw any, definitely help there. Let's see what else they have here. Witness their mentor, okay. That is annoying. Okay, now I need to stop drawing lands. This is too many. Or at least draw a blue source. I can play this pool from tomorrow. They have a mana leak here. I'm in trouble, I suppose. They just discarded the mentor. Alright, alright. Well, I can go for a big block now. Shuri Mill Forest. Let's see. See what they do here. The extra blue for the pull is nice. Though I will need, again, something. Oof. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Now they should probably attack with a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's the correct play, unfortunately. We're really low on life here, so yeah. Guess I just go for these blocks. At least trade some stuff off, but we're probably dead here. I somehow flooded out. Okay, the Hoopu sort of helps. Problem is this Trampling Rhino actually is too much already. So next time I go Chump Block. I just don't have enough. Alright, we lose. Apparently I can't beat a 4-4. Slightly annoying, but I think we got a little bit unlucky for that one. Still don't really see much I want to bring in, so let's just run it back. Yeah, sometimes you gotta be careful what you wish for, I guess. I wanted lands, and I sure got a lot of lands. Alright, here we go. For all the marbles, we're gonna be on the play. This looks good. Glowspore might fix our mana here. We got some cheap plays, so it should be alright. Bitter Blossom? Not this time. Yes, I will take the script expires. And I can even unearth another Glowspore if I want. Oh, they're gonna have to discard? Alright, I'm into that. Especially if I'm pressuring them here. Alright, opponent, what you got? Obviously, you want the planes, presumably. Oh, they discarded the planes. Very interesting. Very interesting. We'll attack. And the question is, do I just go for another glow spore here? I think I do, because I wouldn't even mind more lands, honestly. Yeah, sure, I'll take a swamp, I guess. That's fine. Would have been nice to get a different land, but what can you do? I mean, these pressure pretty hard as 3/1s. It didn't seem like they had great ways to block that. Like if they play a mentor here and I just start slamming for 6, it's pretty tough. Hard to win a value game that way. Okay, they're just gonna pass, I guess. Not sure what they're up to here, but I will be attacking regardless. I guess they probably have a Quaddle or something. I'm fine with trading for that. Sure. Pretty good value for me, I think. Play our own, of course. Now comes the Mentor. Rejuvenator, okay. That one is annoying. They must have just drawn that, because I don't see why else you'd do it this way. Alright, well, our aggro has been stopped. It's okay, though. Hopefully we get to do some stuff here. That's not quite what I was looking for. Alright, I am going to need some lands. Of course, we might go from flood to screw here. Pretty classic. Pretty classic. But the glow spores helped. I mean, they got us online at least a little bit. And the good news is we don't have too many expensive cards in the deck, so most draws are good. If it's lands, then it gets us closer to other stuff. If it's spells, we can probably cast them. So I'm not too upset either way here. Settle that. Okay. I mean, they're definitely ramping. Eye Blight's hitting. Not quite what I'm looking for still. Recluse might as well attack. Pass. I mean, it's nice to have the removal in my pocket, but I really need lands. Our opponent's getting so far ahead on mana, it's going to be a problem considering how many cards they have in hand. Alright, let's see what they've got here. The ranged assistant. Alright, I'm not too worried about that one. And pass. Okay, okay. I mean, I'll play it. They're probably going to domesticate it. I mean, we'll see. There's a chance I can come back still, but I'm really worried about how much mana they've accrued over us. Okay. It's not so bad. They might be a little bit flooded here. Okay, okay. That's fine. Keep passing. They're milling themselves. Oh, they have something. Ambuscade. Well, I'll kill that response, I think. Oh, it's an elf creature. I can't kill it. Wow. Brutal. Okay. Kind of funny. Definitely a play I would have messed up in paper. There's a battlefield, put counters. Each creature with a counter can tap for mana. Sure. You have a lot of mana, sir or madam. Okay. They're all coming in. It's fine. I'll do some blocking. See what they have, if anything. They're blinking or something. Momentary blink. Okay. Should I kill it in response? I don't even know what their plan is here. This is also an elf, so I can't even kill it. Very silly. I guess they're gonna blink it again and make this a 4/4. Is that the plan? Sure. Alright, well now I'll kill the stupid deranged guy here. Since apparently my opponent's playing mono elves. Alright, something please. Alright, that's good. That's good. Let's go for the big boy, I think. Should I attack? Probably should. Maybe I actually go for the Symbiont since that kills their last card. That seems kind of useful here. I'm still at a healthy life total. Okay. Happy with that trade. Okay. Happy either way, I think. Yeah, making them dump their last card. Okay, well, it was just land, but at least we're a little bit safer that way. I'll take 4 here. That's not a big deal. Then we get our spinner out there. Can really start contributing a bit. Let's make sure this resolves before I make any decisions here. There could be a mana leak in my future. Right, there was not. Yeah, I might as well attack with... Well, no, there's no reason to attack with this because I have this to web with that guy. So I'll just stack in the air. All right, we managed to do it. Very nice. Getting ourselves a trophy and some nice profit on play points. Pretty cool. Yeah, it was a fun deck. I hope you enjoyed watching. I certainly enjoyed playing. If you did, consider hitting like, subscribe, all the good YouTube buttons. They do help me out. I very much appreciate it. But that'll do it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.